Welcome to the Shadows of Time, where history, mystery, and the paranormal collide. Today, we journey to Corriganville Park in Simi Valley, California, a place where Hollywood dreams, ancient legends, and ghostly whispers intertwine. Come, sit by me by the fire as we uncover the haunted past of this storied land. The sacred beginnings of this land began long before the land bore the footprints of cowboys and cameras. It was sacred ground. The Chumash people lived here, their lives deeply entwined with the earth's rhythms. They spoke of spiritual guardians who protected the land. Their presence felt in the wind that whispered through the oak trees and the waters that carved through the rocky canyons. It is said that the Chumash elders would gather near the large boulders to perform ceremonies, calling upon their ancestors for guidance. The land pulsed with life, then strong, vibrant, and untamed. But even sacred ground is not immune to change. As time moved forward, others came. During the 19th century, this rugged terrain provided the perfect hideout for bandits like Tiburcio Vásquez. They say Vásquez and his men used the caves and the rocky outcroppings to evade lawmen, their fires glowing faintly against the night as they plotted their next move. One tale recounts a posse chasing Vásquez into the hills, only for the bandit to vanish, as if the land itself had swallowed him whole. To this day, visitors exploring the caves claim to feel a presence watching over them, a heavy, unwelcoming energy. Then we get to Hollywood's golden stage. The land's destiny changed again in 1937 when Ray Crash Corrigan, a Hollywood stuntman and actor, saw its potential. With its dramatic rock formations and sprawling vistas, it became the Corriganville Movie Ranch, a stage for over 3,500 movies and television episodes. Take a moment and try to imagine the clamor of horses' hooves, the shouts of actors in cowboy garb, and the crack of staged gunfire. For decades, Corriganville was a bustling hub for creativity, and families visited to see the magic of the movies brought to life, exploring the sets and watching live Western shows. But even as the cameras rolled, some claimed to sense something older lurking in the shadows, something untouched by the glamour of Hollywood. But then comes the part of fire and ashes. Corriganville's golden era came to a devastating end. Fires in 1970 and 1979 swept through the land, destroying much of what had been built. The remnants of the ranch were sold, and by the late 1980s, the land became Corriganville Park. Now quiet and open to the public, the park's trails invite hikers and history enthusiasts to explore. But not all who visit are really alone. This land holds many tales. Among the stories whispered by visitors is one of a young girl named Emma. No one knows exactly who she was or how she came to be tied to this land. But her presence is unmistakable. Those who have encountered Emma describe her as a curious and playful child. Some have seen a fleeting figure in the corner of their eye, a girl in old-fashioned clothing, darting behind a tree. Others have heard laughter carried on the wind, soft and sweet, before it abruptly stops. But Emma is not alone. There is another presence here. A man, unlike Emma's light-hearted spirit, has energy, or his energy is heavy and oppressive. Legend tells of a tragic event, though its details still kind of remain unclear. Some believe this man feels responsible somehow for Emma's death, and his guilt is binding him to this land. He is fiercely protective of her, and many who ventured too far into certain areas reported an overwhelming sense of dread. One hiker claimed to hear a low growl emanating from the rocks, as though warning them to leave. Another described feelings of a hand on their shoulder, only to turn and find no one there. The echoes of the past. The spirits of Corriganville are not confined to just Emma and her guardian. Disembodied voices echo through the canyons at dusk, snippets of conversations that dissolve into silence. Shadows flit between the trees, their forms impossible to define. Some believe these spirits are remnants of the land's Hollywood past, actors and crew who spent countless hours here, their energy imprinted on the landscape. Others suggest they are much older, tied to the Chumash legends of guardians who protect this sacred ground. There have been some paranormal investigators come on this land. In fact, there is a woman who lives in the park in her home, who is said to have countless interactions with these spirits. She has heard little Emma, and she said there's another little boy. Now these paranormal investigators had a spirit box with them. And the little boy said he was 10 years old, and his name was Josh. They are still trying to find out more information, but there's little to go on. It is said that the guardian of Emma was actually hung from a tree right outside this woman's home. And she often sees Emma and Josh outside her door on her porch. Emma seems to cling to her as if she was Emma's mother, like Emma was looking for that love of a mother. But as we move forward in this story, Corriganville Park today is a blend of history, nature, and mystery. Its trails wind through layers of time, inviting visitors to step into its stories. The land is beautiful, but it is restless, alive with echoes of those who came before. Corriganville Park is more than just a park. It's a place where history lingers and the past refuses to fade. From the sacred Chumash traditions to its Hollywood heyday and the spirits who still call it home, this land is a testament to the layers of time. I thank you for joining me on this journey. If you've enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and share. And until next time, remember, the shadows of time are always watching.